Jaswant wanted, okay, what Jaswant wanted to do in the first step in the testing to do the project work. Okay. First, whenever he got the requirement document, right? First, he wanted to understand that requirement document. Okay. This is the requirement document where Jaswant wanted to understand first. We call it as system study. This is the requirement document. We call it as system study. I'm working on two projects, guys. One is ERP and one other one is a banking. Okay. Now, first we would like to work on the ERP product, and parallelly, I would like to give you assignment on the banking projects. Okay. Now, system study means what? Let Jaswant can understand whole requirement document. Let him feel, let him understand the functionality flow. Okay. What Jaswant will do, just he will come to office and he wanted to study this document very well manner. And another thing is how much Jaswant understand the requirement document, right? That much better testing Jaswant can do it. That is how the beauty of testing. Beauty of testing is depending on how deep he is going to understand the requirement. How deep means he can put his own suggestion also on the requirement document. Can we do like this? Can we do like that? That much deep, if he understood, he can play with a team and he can play with a team lead. He will become a master on that particular domain, guys. Keep it in mind. This is the first point what Jaswant wanted to do in testing. We call it as a system study, or we call it as a going through the functional specification, or we call it as understanding the requirement. We may call it as a many words. Okay, now this is his requirement document where he wanted to understand the requirement document, which is I call it as education ERP product. Education ERP document. Apart from this, he can do assignment on the banking project also. This is the banking project requirement document. Okay. This is the banking project requirement document where he can understand this also if he can work in a home. Okay. So now currently I'm working on ERP as well as a banking. You can implement same thing on the banking project also. This is the banking requirement and this is education ERP requirement. Two projects you are doing very beautifully. And so what he will do, he would like to understand this. How deep he understand, right? That much best testing Jaswant can do. That is how the things are going on. Now, guys, both of you people are with me? Vivek and Jaswant.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no
Yeah.
worries. Now, Jaswant came to know that his test lead or test manager, he has assigned him one particular module to start doing testing. Imagine that that module is one of the module from the requirement document. For example, he informed that by his test lead, hey Jaswant, can you handle the store management? Jaswant, can you start working on the store management? His test lead told him, okay, because what happens first, this is a STM module where Jaswant wanted to start his work. STM, store management module, means he wanted to understand deep about this functionality, deep on this functionality. What he will do, he will go through the requirement and he would like to understand what is vendors, what is inventory category, what is inventory item, inventory issue, stock register, issue reports, everything he wanted to understand. That is, he will go ahead with a deep understanding of system study of STM module. Okay. Imagine that this is the first step, what he is going to do, system study. The second step, particularly on this module, he wanted to do analysis part. He wanted to analyze this module. We call it as SRS analysis. SRS analysis. Analysis he wanted to do because he wanted to analyze whole this module. Analysis means what? He wanted to get the clear picture of this particular module. Okay, this is one module. How many functionality he wanted to test? Medium flow, major flow, okay, complex flow, everything, like how many mandatory fields it has, how many functionality it has. He want a elaboration, clear picture about this module so that he will come to know how many functionality he wanted to test on this particular module. So he wanted to analyze it. Particularly, he wanted to understand, he wanted to analyze it so that after analysis, profit what he is getting is he came to know that how many functionality he wanted to test on this particular module. That is, I call it as SRS analysis. I mean to say software requirement specification analysis only with respect to STM module. That is a step number 2, what he is going to do with me. Okay, now what is the step number 3? What he wanted to do once he analyzed it, right? He came to know that, okay, these many functionality he wanted to test. For those functionality, he need to design the scenario. Means test a scenario, he wanted to design it. So that is he will start doing designing the test scenario for this particular module. This is step number 2. Step number T. He will start designing a test scenario. This is step number 3. Okay. So imagine that he got a 70 count of the functionality. For 70 functionality, he need to design the scenario. 70 means, imagine, suppose if he got a count in the analysis, 70 functionality, if he wanted to test, 70 test scenario he need to design. 70 plus 70 is a 140 positive test scenario, negative test scenario he need to design. It's a tedious job. What he is going to do? Next step, once he is done with this test scenario, right? This test scenario, after this, he wanted to trace also. He wanted to trace it. Means he wanted to do, requirement traceability matrix with respect to, with respect to test scenario. Test scenario. Means he wanted to trace the requirement. This is the step number 4. Means he wanted to trace the scenario, means one scenario, one requirement ID, how many test scenario he has designed. He wanted to map it. Okay. Because this tracing will help him very, very important. This tracing, right? What we are doing for a tracing, right? We can reduce the defect leakage also. We can do the root cause analysis also with this RTM. Okay. So one requirement ID, how many scenario he has designed, that he will manage. That is the step number 4. Then what is next? Next is the peer-to-peer review. Means the Jaswant test scenario will be reviewed by Vivek, and Vivek test scenario will be reviewed by Jaswant to identify the gaps with respect to the requirement document. You guys will refer the requirement document, and you wanted to make sure that is the requirement document has been converted into test scenario. Is there any spelling mistake, grammatical mistake? Has he covered the test in everything you wanted to review? That is, we call it as peer to peer reviews. Reviews on test scenario. Means both of you sit with me and you are going to review it. This is step number 5. Guys, all of you people are with me? Jaswant and Vivek.
Yeah.
You are getting Vivek?
Yeah.
Now, what is the next step? See, step by step, full, very good process oriented testing we are going to do. Okay. So now this is the fifth step, what he is going to do. Next, sixth step is, I would like to approve the test scenario. Client and myself, we would like to approve it. Means there is an approval process. Test scenario approval. Means we wanted to make it as final. Yes, this is a perfect test scenario. Then it will go for an approval. Client as well as me, we would like to review and we would like to make it as final. That is sixth number. Okay. Once it is approved, then he may jump into start designing the test cases. Then Jaswant will start designing the test cases over here. Okay. This is a test case design. Test case design. Okay. Once he is done with the test case design, right? This is a step number 7. Then Jaswant would like to map again. Again, Jaswant would like to map here, here. What he's going to do is he wanted to maintain the requirement traceability matrix with respect to test case design. There he was maintaining with respect to scenario. Now he is going to maintain with respect to test case. That is step number 8. Again, there will be a peer-to-peer review on the test case also. That I am going to take care of reviewing the test cases. Okay. This is test case design reviews. Okay. This is step number 9. Then test case design approval. Test case design approval is also very important. Okay. Test case design approval. Guys, everything you are doing live over here. Once I'm done with this, there's 10th step. Now, guys, you are with me till now here, both of you, Jaswant and Vivek.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vivek.
Yeah.
Now, this part is only the design part. What Jaswant has done, just his basic pillar document is a SRS. On SRS, he did how many steps? 10 steps. Means by referring the vendor's store management module, he did all his testing activities till 10th step. This is, I call it as a verification. You might have heard in theory, right? This is, I call it as verification or static testing. Got it? Okay. Now, what is next? Next is, now he is ready with a test case. There is a build release process from the development team. Next step, if they wanted to jump, right, there is a build release. There is a build release process. Means development team will release the build. Okay. Once they release the build, right, the build which they have released will be deployed into the QA server. Imagine that this is your application which got deployed in the QA server. Let me write the name. https semicolon web erp.com. Let it be. It got deployed. Means the build which was in the development server got installed into test server, and everybody will get an information about the build release. They will conduct a meeting for a QA team. Guys, can you come out? We can work on the build, and today we are getting the build release for the QA test case execution or validation, something else. Your manager and everybody will tell you, and this release notes all people will get in the QA. Whenever Jaswant received the release notes, listen carefully. Whenever Jaswant received the release notes, right, first most thing is he wanted to do the smoke testing on this particular application. He wanted to do smoke testing. Means he wanted to validate the build first, whether the build he got a right build or not. Smoke testing he wanted to do. This is step number 11. Okay. Now, once he came to know that build is perfect enough to go ahead with the testing, what he will do? Immediately, he will do sanity testing on this particular build. Sanity testing he would like to do on this particular build. We call it as a sanity. sanity testing. Once smoke and sanity is really passed, okay, there is no issues at all. Okay, build is perfect, what we got. Then he will start executing these test cases. Means he will start executing these test cases on this build. We call it as functional test case execution. Okay, we call it as FS, functional test case execution. Means he would like to execute approved test cases on this build. Guys, you are understanding the steps, right? Both of you? Jaswant and Vivek.
Yeah.
Okay, now what is happening? Once he started executing, right, immediately Jaswant would like to trace it. Tracing is very important, huh? You believe it or not. Immediately, Jaswant wanted to trace the executed test cases. I meant to say, Jaswant wanted to design RTM, requirement traceability matrix, with respect to test case execution. Okay. Once he's mapped, right, during the execution, see, this is step number 12, step number 13, step number 14. Now, during the execution, Jaswant may come up with lot of defects. Lot of defects will come to the Jaswant now. Being a tester, right, he need to report the defect perfectly. Means very systematically Jaswant need to report the defect. So developer should not come back and ask him, what is this, what is that? No. He should come, he should raise a defect in a systematic way manner, so that he should not get any questions from the development team. So he will follow the standard defect life cycle. He will follow the standard defect life cycle. We call it as a defect life cycle, because he would like to raise the defects. Defect life cycle. Jaswant will start raising the defects. This is step number 15th. So once he raised the defect, right, what is happening? Each time he will get one number. We call it as a defect ID in the tool, right? For example, I will show you. If you go to the issues, right? Suppose, so this lady has raised the defect. Okay. See, this defect number he will get 10787. In the fee collection landing page, on the right side landing page, system is displaying one extra tab, online payment. See here, step 2, reproduce the defect. Okay, environment, build used, iteration 1. Okay, test case failed, module used, steps, login, screenshot. Everything they will mention, like status of the defect, bug, normal, severity, priority, whom to assign, everything. Jaswant will raise like a defect. Okay, now once he raised the defect, right? Again, Jaswant wanted to follow the traceability. Again, he would like to map that. He would like to map RTM. He would like to map the requirement traceability matrix with respect to defect ID or a status, and status, whether it is new, past, failed, status. Okay. Now, what is next? By end of the day, Jaswant is sending me these many reports. What are the reports Jaswant would like to send me? For the first iteration it is. Okay. First life cycle. He will send me daily status report. He will send me daily defect reports. Then he will send me weekly status reports. One cycle is done. One cycle is done. Again, there is a next build release. This is a build release 1. Okay. And what are the steps? This is the 14th. This is the 15th. This is the 16th. This is the 17th. Now, next build release, they will release the next build release. But in this build release, you will get a defect fixed. Defect fixed. Build रिलीज 2, बिल्ड रिलीज 2 आ जाएगा, उसको डिफेक्ट फिक्स हो जाएगा, बिल्ड रिलीज 2. What is happening? Same build, but this build is coming up with the defect fixed release notes. So what I will do, what Jaswant will do, again he will do the smoke testing on this build. He wanted to check whether the build he received is perfect or not. He will do smoke testing for build release 2. Smoke testing for release 2. 2. Once he is done with the smoke testing on release 2, right? Then Jaswant would like to do retesting on the fixed defect. Jaswant would like to do retesting on the fixed defect. Retesting on fixed defect for release 2. This one is step number 18. This one is step number 19. Okay, now once he is done with the defect retesting, right? Again, Jaswant wanted to trace it back. Jaswant wanted to trace it back. He wanted to do the RTM. See, RTM will not leave you. It has to follow you till the production defects. Okay. RTM with respect to retesting. Retesting the fixed defects. We will do. Jaswant will do. This is the step number 20. Guys, I don't have space. No worries. This is a step number 20. Who will do? Jaswant will do it. Now, once retesting is done, Jaswant wanted to do the regression testing. We call it as impacted regression testing. Impacted area regression testing. He would like to concentrate first on this. On the build 2, we call it as impact analysis. We will do impacted area regression testing. Who will perform? Jaswant will perform. Where it is impacting, right? See, whenever there is a, you might have read in theory, right? It's okay, this defect is got fixed. We will do regression testing around, work around. So important test cases, he will do the regression testing on the build too. If time permits, if he has a time, relaxed time, then he will do whole regression testing, re-execution of all the test cases on the new build. He will do the perfect regression testing. Regression testing will performed by Jaswant. Okay, now this is 19th, this is 20, this is a 21 step, and this is 22 steps. Once he is done with the regression testing, right? Jaswant wanted to send me these many reports, guys. Listen carefully, huh? Jaswant will send me these many reports. Daily status report on the build 2, DSR, DSR, daily defect report, retesting report, regression testing reports, weekly status reports. These many reports he is sending me. Okay. Finally, Jaswant will do one activities. We call it as testing closure activities. Okay. Jaswant will do testing closure activities. Testing closure activities. What is the step number? 23. So this will take 1 month or 1.5 months. What you are going to do? Total 23. Right? Every is having the dedicated. It needs full dedication. It needs your hard work, and it needs you put your heart and soul on this. Work on this project. 100% successful. You will become an independent tester. You can work anywhere in the industries. And now this is the verification. This is the verification. This part, when I got a release notes, right? This is exact validation, means execution will take place. This is validation. Okay, execution part. See, verification static testing is only we are in the design phase. Validation in the sense exactly execution will get start. Guys, both of you people are with me. Jaswant and Vivek.
Yes. Yeah.
So this flow you understood, right? STLC.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So what we will do tomorrow, we will start with analyzing the requirement and system study. Okay. Anyhow, I given the tool axis, right? Just you play with this tool today. A user story कैसा create करने का, everything I will tell you. Okay, how exactly the things will get work. Okay, so tomorrow we will pick up. We will go ahead with first point, system study. See, if you look at over here, right, user story, library. Don't touch this user story. Yeah, these are different people user story. Look at over here. SRS analysis, scenario design, requirement traceability matrix, peer-to-peer review, scenario design approval, test case design approval, RTM. Still here, task to be completed for testing closure activities. We call it as a subtask for particular user story. Okay. So what we will do, we will start from system study from tomorrow onwards. We will do, and you will get an assignment and you will start working with me. Is there any doubt, Jaswant and Vivek, which you have not understood?
No.
Vivek?
No.
You are fine, right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. So I will share this recorded session. Please go through it. And before coming advanced recorded session also, I would like to share with you people. So before coming tomorrow, my session, right? Just go ahead with my advanced recorded session. It will help you to understand very clearly on so suppose tomorrow I am taking the SRS analysis. Today only I will send you the recorded session of tomorrow's session where you can attend live. And the already you have gone through the recorded session, right? It will become very easy for you people to understand that. Okay. Okay, guys, I will catch you tomorrow then. Please ping me your email so that I can share this recorded session to you people. Let you can go through it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Vivek and Jaswant. See you, man, tomorrow. Jaswant, how many days per a week you are? Let me stop the recording. How many days you will be available per week, Jaswant?
5 days.
5 days, fully 5 days you are available with me, right? At 7 a.m.
Yes.
Okay, then no issues. We'll work together. Okay. Okay, guys, I will catch you tomorrow. See you.
Okay.